Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Witches of the Moon. My name is Dia, aka Ori of OrioOasis.com, and I hope you can hear me over the fan and the rain and all that other stuff. Okay. This week we are talking about karmic debt. And no, no we're not. We're talking about how to paying off karmic debt. Yeah, something to that effect. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay, so this week we're talking about paying off karmic debt. Okay, first of all, for me, I have a different idea of, or a different belief than most in karma. So before we can talk about paying off karmic debt, um, what type of karma are we talking about? Are we talking about residual debt from past lives? Because if that's the case, then you need to figure out what that debt actually is. There are ways to do it. You could do past life regressions. You can have somebody give you readings, past life readings, which I am very leery about them because I've had a few past life readings and there's only two sources that I trust with my past life readings because they're the only ones who came close. Because with certain I don't even want to get to it, but when it comes to past life readings, people of my hue tend to get lied to a lot, a whole lot. But I'm gonna leave that there. Um, but there was two that I got. So find a reputable past life reader. Um, for me, the two that were like on point, or I would say I would believe the most, or one of them I actually had dreams that confirmed it before I even got the reading. Marianne Moore, she gave me one that confirmed the dreams I was having. And she didn't know nothing about dreams at the time. And the other one was Ron Schaefer. If you find Marianne Moore, you'll find Ron Schaefer. They have given me past life readings that were basically on point, confirmed what I was already, yeah. The other way you could do it is doing your astrology chart. You would look at your South Node and your 12th house. And to an extent, I will also look at um, what's in your 10th house. Only because your 12th house is technically, your past life. Um, well, actually, you can kind of look at the whole chart. Like your 12th house is your past life. Your 11th house shows you how you deal with family and friends. So maybe something there, like if you wasn't good with people back then in your past life, you did people wrong, it may show that you have problems with friendly relationships in your 11th house. Now, South Node tells you, well, your South Node pretty much tell you much. But if you want to go deep into it, you can go to different houses. I like looking at the 10th house because the 10th house is how you receive your rewards. So for me, if I have issues receiving my accolades and my rewards, or if I have issues, getting back what I put out in a timely manner, 10th house will probably tell you pretty much why, and that would relate to, the spiritual contracts you made jumping into this life, which, again, if you look on your 12th house, it would definitely be based on what you did in the past life, whether you want to do it again, whether it worked, didn't work, or whatever. So that's that part. If you're talking about living this life, then to me, to me, how do I explain it? In order for karma, okay, in order for karma to come into play, you have to be in a certain area in your life. So whether it's good or bad, you have to be in a good or bad area in your life. So I say if you're in a bad area of life and you're feeling bad, then bad karma comes. If you're in a good area of life and you're feeling good, then good karma comes. And then there's sometimes with certain stuff plateau and crossover. This is not like die hard black or white truth. There is a whole room for gray area, but for me, that's really shows mostly how it works for me or how it's worked in my experience. So with paying off karmic debt, if you talk about a past life, find out what it is, and then in this life try your best to do the opposite. Or like if you was a thief in a past life, you might want to give a whole lot more in this life. If you was a thief in this life, well, if you're starting to feel bad about it, you might want to try to make up for it and help some people, either who you stole from, or help some people, who you don't know. Now, in saying karmic debt and paying back karmic debt, there's a whole area, especially when it comes to recovering addicts, that it may feel like no matter what they do, they're never going to pay it back. They're never going to be able to, people around them will never let that past go. And you have to understand at that point that that becomes part of their karmic past. Yes, you may have done this to people. Not may. Yes, you have done this to these people. Once you've acknowledged that you've done it, you apologize and you apologize and you apologize. There's not much more that you can do. You have to get to a point where you know in your life where you know you're changing, and even though this person's still hurting, and even though you did this to this person, at some point you are now um, in a different place in your life, and you have to acknowledge that as well. And in doing that, try your best to make it up to the person. But if it's like volatile situation or you just can't make it up, then the best thing you can do to try to repay your karmic debt is to stay away until that person is ready. And I understand that person may never be ready, and send them well wishes while the new people that you were in your life, you're making sure you're being a good friend to them and you're doing good things for them. And not because you're trying to pay off your karmic debt, because that's like a catch-22. You're doing it mainly because this is the person who you are now, or the person you're blossoming and walking into, and this is, what makes you feel good to do now. I just wanted to bring it up because, paying off karmic debt when you talk about certain situations gets really, really touchy, and in my past, being so I was in and out in the medical field in different ways, I did run into a lot of people who were who were recovering addicts, who were in rehab, in therapy. And this is one of the conversations that come about, and there are a lot of people who say a lot of different things. Some I agree with, some I don't agree with, but I just thought I'd bring it up here in this video. Yeah, now, also there's an aspect when it comes to karmic debt and this is why I say it's not really, to me, it's a whole gray area. It's not just black and white, but there's a whole part of karmic debt, like when you're changing and you're becoming a different person, you are no longer the person that you was before. So even someone else holds you in that space, in that karmic space, as long as you don't hold yourself in that space, then you have also changed your karmic debt. So this is why, you can't, this is also, I'm about to bring up the Bible, but this is why, a prophet can never be a prophet in his own hometown, because all they remember, that's in the Bible, all that people remember is what you did then, what you did as you were growing up, how you was then as opposed to how you are now. It's easier for people to go towards what they know because it's familiar to them. It's hard for people to gravitate to what is new or what is growing, what is changing, because they don't know how it interacts with their life. I'm hoping it's not that they're bad people, it's just that when change comes, we all have a certain routine, we all have certain things, and when change comes, that means some part of us has to change, some part of our life is going to be affected by this change, and we have to figure out how to adjust to that. And a lot of times it's really hard when it comes to friends and family. We've adjusted them to be a certain type of way, and now they're this type of way, and they're doing better, and now we have to adjust to that, and we don't know if we could trust that. And I'm not saying the person who was done wrong has to adjust. I'm not saying that you have to be friends. I'm not even saying you have to forgive. I suggest you do, but you don't have to. I'm just talking about the person who needs to work off some of this karma they build up. But yeah, as long as you're working on being a new person, to me, it'll start working out. It really starts to work out itself. There will be a time, you will be hitting the head with, whether in your mind or in life, things will be brought up. And this is why self-healing is very important, because when you heal yourself in that situation, even when the past is brought up from someone that you hurt, you're able to comfort them in a safe place, in a healthy place, in a healing place, and you're also able to accept. First of all, you're able to acknowledge. You're able to acknowledge it, and you're able to accept if they're not willing to heal from it, and you're able to give them their space without forcing something on them in the time needed, however that time may be. Maybe it won't, but you're able to give that to them and still be in a safe, comfortable space within yourself. And that's very important when you're trying to change and heal and grow and leave karma behind. This video took a turn that I didn't think was going to go, but I think I'm going to leave it there because maybe Spirit led me to talk that way, because that's the way this video is supposed to go. So I'm going to leave that at that. Okay, everybody. Again, I hope you can hear me, because these storms is crazy and I got the fan blowing or whatever. So don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comments in the below. Don't forget to watch everybody's videos and do the same thing. And I'll see you next week. Peace. Oh yeah, don't forget to stay blessed to be a blessing. Peace.